Hey, so what's going on? First, right out of the gate, I decided to kind of change these videos a little bit. I'm going to be talking less specifically about the cardiac rehab side of things, mostly because there's not a whole lot really to tell that's of interest. It's gotten routine at this point. I go in, I do 3 different exercises that work both my arms and my legs for 11 minutes each, and I leave. That's how it's going to be until I'm done. And I'm like a quarter of the way through, I think, something like that. I haven't actually figured that out, but there's no real reason to just rehash the same thing week after week. So I am going to turn my attention more to talking about getting ready for the Pittsburgh Half Marathon, which I'm officially entered. It is the beginning of May, so it would be November, December, January, February, March, April. It would be a little less than 6 months out from my surgery. I haven't done the Pittsburgh Half before. I haven't done the Pittsburgh Full Marathon before. In fact, thinking back, I think that might have been the last full marathon I did, and that would have been back in 2018. But be that as it may, so what am I doing now in terms of getting ready? I'm doing a week of well, when I say a week, my weekend workouts are the ones primarily focused on getting ready for that race. With I'll do, like, this weekend I did 6 miles. Last weekend I did 3. The weekend before that I did 5. So I did 5, 3, 6. Next week will be 4. Following week will be 7. And it will, my distance will build up by 1 mile every other week until the weekend of my race. Yeah, because I think the week before the race is low mileage. I don't want to do new distance there, but be that as it may. From a feeling standpoint, I feel great. I haven't felt this good in a real long time. Long before the surgery, long before my Lyme's diagnosis, back when I was running, I haven't felt this good. So I don't know if the surgery is the reason for that, or if it's just a mental thing, because I was off my feet and unable to perform as I was accustomed to for so long, that maybe this is just how it feels to be kind of back to normal. But anyway, I was looking at my times before I did this video. I actually have my notes here. And what I'm looking at is minute per mile times. Back on January 7th, it was a 3-mile workout at 15 minutes and 53 seconds per mile, which, considering where I was at the time as far as surgery recovery, and I was only a week into 2 sessions technically into cardiac rehab, and kind of working out on my own as well. This past weekend at 6 miles, I did a 13:46 minute per mile. So, and the week prior to that, which I think is kind of important because the improvements get tighter, if that makes sense. So the weekend before that was 3 miles at 13:51. So 13:51, 13:46, not even 10 seconds per mile. But I'll take it. And it's also not untypical when you're first starting out, or when you're first getting back into this, because I've gone from being, marathon ready to taking time off, getting back into it. I did that for 3 years. So I was kind of expecting the time to drop fairly quick. I guess because of the surgery, I'm surprised it's dropping as quick as it is, and I feel as good as I do. I'm not waking up the day after a long run walk technically, but I'm not waking up feeling bad. Legs haven't been sore at all. In conjunction with this, I'm also running 2 other days of the week, run, walk, at a little less intensity but shorter. It's kind of the opposite of what a person would typically do, and how I'm doing things isn't necessarily how I would recommend other people doing things. It's just how I'm doing it this time. It's kind of based on how I feel. But those 2 runs during the week are 3 miles. In conjunction, it was 45 minutes. But now that I'm at the 3 mile mark, that 45 minutes is turning into like 42, 43 minutes. So I'm just going to the 3 mile mark and keeping it there. When I start getting ready for marathon, doing my first marathon back next year, that distance will change. But for now, I'm happy with the 3 mile mark. It's something I can do in the morning before work. It doesn't take up, doesn't take up a ton of time. So that's where we are there. On top of that, I'm doing the cardiac rehab, which I already talked about. I go to the gym 3 days a week with my son, and we lift leg lifting on the machines at the gym. I also do a 2 days a week, modified, very lightweight, strong lifts 5x5 program. I know strong lifts is 3 days a week. I get that. I'm still just doing the exercises at a very, very lightweight. If I was doing the strong lifts program properly, and if you don't know what that is and you're curious, look it up. A lot of information on the internet. But if I was doing that workout properly, it would be a 3-day-a-week workout, and the other stuff I wouldn't really be doing as much of. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to have my exercise be varied, because I'm noticing that I'm feeling a lot better doing it this way than how I did in years past, where if I was getting ready for a race, I kind of neglected the lifting. I neglected some of the other, kind of like the exercises I do in cardiac rehab. I stay off the treadmill in cardiac rehab, but I do other things. And what kind of, apart from how I feel, what kind of clued me in on this is there's a guy that goes to the gym, and I've seen him doing like local 5Ks. I've seen him around for a number of years, and when he's at the gym, I never see him on a treadmill. I never see him running. He does other things. And he's an older guy. I don't know exactly how old he is. Gotta be early 60s anyhow. And he gets around great. He looks like he's in phenomenal shape. And so I'm just thinking that these other exercises are a lot more important maybe than what I was giving him credit for. So I am working on doing a wide array of exercise. Once I'm done with cardiac rehab, that will put me a little over a month out from my race. At that point, I'm going to start integrating some speed work into my into my 2 runs during the week. Sprints on the treadmill or whatever. Maybe even sprints outside if the weather's agreeable. And that was the other nice thing too about this weekend, is I had the ability to actually run outside. Temperature was in the I think it was in the upper 30s. Felt like it was in the upper 30s. And I can run in that. It gets much colder than that, I'm inside. So that's why I don't like. That's why I never cared for spring races, because it requires a lot of cold miles, or miles on a treadmill. I don't like either of those. So spring races I've never cared for, because I don't like training up for them. But getting outside when I can. And apart from all of that, I do plan on getting some non-running stuff posted. Probably not tonight, but definitely I want to start getting some things recorded and actually edit some videos together that are completely unrelated to running, because this is I don't like making these videos, but I'm doing them because I want to get into the habit of making videos, and it does kind of help me talk this stuff through, and maybe somebody will see it and help them. But that's where it is. Probably no more videos on this topic for the week, because there's not going to really be that much to discuss. I even thought about not doing this video until tomorrow. Today's Monday. I thought about doing it Tuesday, but like, you know what? Beginning of the week, let's get it done. Get it posted. If not tonight, then definitely tomorrow. Oh, and it was my birthday yesterday. I am officially 46 years old. I don't know if I feel 46 or not. I've never been 46 before, so I don't know what it's supposed to feel like. I definitely was not expecting to have open heart surgery at the age of 46 when I was, otherwise healthy. But it is what it is. Got to see some friends that I hadn't seen in a while. Ate a whole lot of things I shouldn't have eaten. Drank a whole lot of things I shouldn't have drank. But it's your birthday. It's what you do. But that's it. I will catch you next time. Take it easy.